Good morning and welcome to Community Roundtable, a free public service brought to you on AM 1590 KDJS. If you're a member of a nonprofit organization and would like to be featured on the program, call the KDJS Newsline at 320-235-2900. That's 320-235-2900.
Our Community Roundtable show on the air today. We thank all of our guests for coming in every Sunday morning right around 7:30, and we get to visit about a number of topics as we have mentioned before, and as you hear. By the way, we're on AM 1590 as well as FM 105.7, and on our website where you can hear all the broadcasts that we do. Go to k-musicradio.com. Coming up, July. And man, this summer just seems to fly by. We get a late start with spring, and here we are approaching the middle of our fun time in Minnesota. And July means a big, big event, a fundraiser, the annual Relay for Life of Kandiyohi County. Tonya Rosenau with us right now to talk. Thanks for coming in. How you doing?
Thank you for having me.
Well, this is going to be a fun chat here because this event on July 19th, which is a Friday, is a busy day for a lot of people, not only yourself. Explain Relay for Life, what it's all about.
Relay for Life is an event that is part of American Cancer Society. It's used as a fundraiser to help research cures and find other ways to help anybody with cancer. The event itself is actually a way to celebrate any survivors, honor any of those that have passed away. We wanted to get it out there this year that the 26th Annual Relay for Life of Kandiyohi County, the location has changed, which is kind of a big deal this year. It used to be at middle school right across from Cashwise for many years. And now we have partnered with the Wilmer Stingers, and it'll be located at the Bill Taunton Stadium that night and in conjunction with their game, which is something Relay for Life has never done. So we're going to be the guinea pigs.
And you're going to maybe get some people talking to you, watching, participating that haven't had a chance or haven't thought about doing this before because you've got a ball game crowd going on there, so.
Yep, that's the hope, is that we're getting Relay for Life out there to people that don't even know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, what do you do as far as getting help, getting volunteers? Is it a big group that's going to be on hand to make this all come together?
Actually, since last year, the event leadership team, they have all been working on it for many, many years, and they all thought it was time for them to be done. So this year, it is just myself and Marilyn Dunn.
Wow.
So there's two of us, and Angie Thaxton, the American Cancer Society staff member that comes to us from St. Cloud, who's helping. So we're very grateful that the Stingers stepped up because they're going to handle a lot of the logistics for us, which is something that would have been tough to do at the middle school. So. And
with the Stingers having been here 10 years, a lot of people know where the stadium is, obviously. So
yes.
Big plus there, big plus. A lot of things to do during an event like this. As someone who wants to come up and support, be it a cancer survivor, a friend of a cancer survivor, somebody, we've all been touched by cancer somehow. Everyone has. What will happen? It starts at 4 o'clock. What goes on? What takes place?
Okay, so at 4 o'clock, we'll have check-in. The event starts. That'll be for any survivors or anybody who hasn't registered. We will have a registration table. And the silent auction will also start at 4, and it'll go from 4 to 8, and then we'll take a half-hour break to get it organized, and then people can start paying at 8:30. And you must be present to pay for those items. Just want to make a note that silent auction, we are getting a lot of great items in. We have some Green Lake Cruises, the Oaks, Goat Ridge Brewery, we have Foxhole Brewery, we have the Village is giving a family membership for a year. There's just so many great things for anybody you can find on that silent auction. And all those funds go to our Relay for Life event. Our goal again this year is $100,000, just like it was last year. I know there's many changes, so we're hoping that we can reach that goal, but we really are relying on the community and business partners, still looking for sponsorships from any business that is willing to sponsor, and then they can be on the T-shirt, and they can they'll get recognized that night as well at the Stingers game.
And the money will all go to help fight cancer, research various things?
Yep, and it also, so for research to fight, to find out the cures for the cancer, they also have and I don't know how many people know about, but there's a Hope Lodge, so that if you need to go, in Minnesota is down in Rochester by the Mayo, if you have to be there for multiple days, it's called a Hope Lodge, and it's a free place for you to stay while you're getting your treatment. And
Very
so some of
nice,
that money goes towards that, and that's a great thing there. Some of the money also goes towards free rides to the appointments, because not like when my dad had cancer, he had to go to the Wilmer Cancer, even though it's in Wilmer, but it was 3 times a week, and I was already taken off work for multiple other appointments for him, so that he actually utilized that free ride, because you feel so sick after those chemo
That's something that people just don't realize. They think, well, I'm getting help, and I'm right in town. I don't need help, or they don't need help. Now, I can kind of relate. My mom and dad, when they were here, they lived up in Brainerd, and they were just a short, not even a block away from the dialysis center that my mom needed to go to, and that was 2 or 3 times a week, and they couldn't get there.
Yeah.
So one of us kids would make the drive, whether it's me from the Wilmer area, or a brother from Grand Rapids, or a sister by Park Rapids, would make the drive to Brainerd so they could make it that 1 block.
It's hard.
You have to, I mean, it's not always easy to get around. I don't care if you're right next door.
Exactly,
Right? You know?
yes.
Oh, man. And that's something that hopefully is an eye-opener for some folks. And part of the money that you're raising is for things like that.
Yes.
The simplest of local things, you know?
Yep.
Wow. Very very neat thing to have you mention that. It just sure you flashed me back. I got to tell you. Yeah. When you do the opening ceremonies at 6, and then the survivor lap, will that be done inside the ballpark around the bases by chance?
Yes, it is this year. We're kind of excited
Cool.
that they're allowing that. So for the survivors, we do ask that you register online, and that is www.relayforlife.org/Kandiyohi County. Or you can call the phone number, and it's really quick. They're really helpful on there. It's 1-877-957-7848. And so as a survivor, just call, get registered for the game. So then when you come in at 4, you'll stop by the check-in table. We'll have a purple survivor t-shirt for you. We will have a free game ticket so you can get into the game. We will have a free meal voucher for you for that night. And then if you're willing, at 6 o'clock, we'll do that survivor lap around the bases, and then any survivor that is willing, you're also welcome to throw out the first pitch that night, which is pretty exciting. I was going to say, that's my
next question. Who's throwing out the first pitch?
Yep, any of the survivors that would like to. So they'll get all the team members out, so it won't, it won't be one at a time.
We're not going to throw 6 baseballs at the poor catcher.
Yes.
That'll be fun. Oh, that'll be very cool. I hope somebody's going to be videoing that, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Got to do that, yeah. And then you watch the ball game. You've got the Luminaria Ceremony. Explain that.
Yes, so at 10 o'clock, we're hoping we did it late enough so that the game is over. If by chance they're not, in between innings, the Stingers will stop the game and ask that everybody go and do the Luminaria Ceremony. So what it is we'll have all the luminary bags, and it'll be in that first parking lot of the Bill Totten Stadium. They'll be all around in the circle, and they'll be there the whole time. So you can find any bag that you have made or purchased. You'll find that out there. But at 10 o'clock, they'll all be lit up, and it's just kind of a lap around it. It's kind of a somber, meaningful. Everybody just gets that chance to see it all glow and know why you're here and know why we're fundraising money. And it's that great lap.
You've been involved now for how many years?
So I've went to it for 4 years. I've been on the event leadership team last year and then this year.
And this is the 26th annual for Kandiyohi County. That goes back a long way. Do you know much about the history of Relay for Life at all? Or?
Yeah, I know that when I didn't know much about it, I always thought that it was back then when it was at what is now Hodop Field, the Kennedy School.
Yeah.
They used to do the track there, and it was an all-night event.
I remember the all-night thing, yeah.
Yep, and someone on your team had to be walking at some point throughout the whole night. And then it moved to the middle school, and then now we got this Stinger thing going for us this year. But it is no longer the walking. There's no forcing of walking. So if you get a team together today and you want to help fundraise, You don't necessarily have to have a campsite at the event. You can just come and enjoy it. Your fundraisers can take place whenever you want. It doesn't have to be that night, and there is no requirement of walking of laps
and
anymore.
people simply bring the donations with them. Of course, bring money for your silent auction items you're going to buy.
Yes,
right?
yes.
They've got to be paid for when they're picked up, obviously. So,
Yep.
And from there on to fighting the big C, as we call it. You know, gosh, is this? I know this happens in many other counties around Minnesota. This is a national
Yes.
situation with Relay for Life at
Relay
every
for-
state in the union, right?
Yep. Relay for Life is a national organization. Yep.
So remembrance, reflection, as you call it, celebration of the survivors. Some ball game food this year again at Stinger Stadium. So whether it's a hot dog or a burger or bag of popcorn, right?
Yes.
You know?
Yes, and we do have some teams are still doing their campsites. That's a great fundraiser for them, and they will also have games for kids. Some of them are doing food, so just come out, stop by, and check that out. They're doing inflatables, so we'll have all sorts of things for all ages. Everybody is welcome to this event. It's not just cancer survivors. We welcome the whole community to learn. We'll be doing some public speaking in between, the innings in those games, just to get some.
There'll be some featured guests that'll talk and
and
help explain
to get that
things
information out. Yep.
And of course the website. So many people, I think, use a website now or an email more than a phone number.
Yep.
It's like we've almost lost touch with the poor old telephone. But relayforlife.org and then / Kandiyohi County, Minnesota, MN. Pretty simple, really. Relayforlife.org. It's the name of the event. It's all about it, you know. So I would encourage people to check out the website and get information there. They'll find phone numbers there, I'm guessing, if they do want to call.
Yep.
People driving down the road right now are probably going, "What'd they say that number was?"
Yeah. Yeah, kind of hard to remember those, especially when it's not like what's the one? I was just at the Stinger game last night. It was 1-800 when the ball hits your windshield.
Yeah. Yeah, 1-800 and look out. Here it comes, you know. People can contact you, of course, if they would like to, right?
Yes, so I am available. If anybody has any questions, you can contact me by email or phone number, and mine is on that website, so you don't have so many things to memorize there.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know that if you're interested in buying Luminary bags, we do have those for sale from any team. Any team member does have access to those. Otherwise, an easy pickup location in Wilmer is at my work, the Wilmer Lakes Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, which is just next door to the Green Mill Restaurant on Highway 12. And we can get those for you. They are $10 each for those Luminary bags.
Alrighty, and again, it starts at 4 p.m., goes till roughly 10:30, we'll say, because you never know how long a ball game might last. Is there a backup plan if the weather gets a little wet?
No, and we actually have never really had one for Relay for Life. We've kind of lucked out where the storm will come and will end early, or the storm will be right before. But we're right along with the Stingers. As long as it's not lightning, the event will take place.
And by the time we get to July, usually things get pretty straightened out for weather. June can be a little interesting, as we all know, like last Saturday, a week ago, and there were storms around here, there, and everywhere. But July gets better, and I've had nothing but good things happen in July. I've been lucky too, I guess. You know?
Yes.
Oh, man. All righty. So Friday, July 19th, once again, the Relay for Life, Kandiyohi County 26th annual event at Taunton Stadium, the home of the Stingers, or the Beehive.
Yes.
Take whatever name you want, okay? Southwest side of Wilmer. And again, log on, relayforlife.org / Kandiyohi County MN. Contact Tanya out at the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Get some information there. Stop by, call, like I say, email, whatever works out. So many ways to find us nowadays. We can't hide under a rock or anywhere, can we?
Nope.
All right. Well, a pleasure to have you come in here. This has been great. And what we're listening to, what you're hearing right now, you will more than likely hear again, since today is what, June 23rd. You will hear Tanya and I do a little rerun, so to speak. We're so old we get to do reruns.
Yay!
And we will feature this segment again before the 19th of July to kind of help keep everything in the forefront, top of the mind when it comes to attacking cancer, and hopefully putting a little dent in the sea, you know, making life better for somebody, right?
Yes.
All righty. And that is Tonya Rosenau with us once again. We're on Community Roundtable here on AM 1590, FM 105.7. Community Roundtable continues. We talk now with Alana Ziehl, Kandiyohi County Area Food Shelf. July is getting close. I believe it's our third year for the big push in July to try to grab some of that free money, right?
It is. July is a grant opportunity month for us, thanks to Open Your Heart to Hunger, which means the more money we raise in July, the bigger our grant will be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Look
we've
forward to
got
that. How have the last couple of years gone then?
pretty good. I can't remember really off the head. I think it's like $15,000 to $20,000 we've raised in July over the last, every July over the last 3 years. So it's been some good revenue coming in.
Yeah, and July is interesting. While food donations are never turned down, July is all about cash. Correct. Because to get grant money, you need money to try to get more grant money. And, of course, your money goes a long way. We've explained that before. But for somebody new, $1 means $10, basically.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, we have a partnership with Second Harvest Heartland out of the Twin Cities. So you donate a $20 bill to us, we can turn that into $200 worth of buying power through Second Harvest. So it's huge for us. And we have the semi from Second Harvest comes twice a month, and it is a big semi. I mean, the last couple loads we've had almost 30,000 pounds of food on it for us. So yeah, it's amazing.
Here's to the volunteers that unload that semi.
That is correct. And that driver that comes from Second Harvest, too. Everybody puts in a lot of hours and work.
You have a lot of people that help out, a lot of people looking for something to do that's worthwhile and can help other people. Are you still looking for volunteers? How's that going?
Yeah, right now we're pretty good, but we are always, we'll take extra volunteers in the summer, especially in the winter also. We have a lot of kids that come in this summer and help us out, which is amazing. And in the winter, we have snowbirds that go down south also. So anytime you can stop on in, take a tour, and learn more about how you can volunteer at the food shelf, we would greatly appreciate it.
And don't feel bad or shy about taking a tour, because it's really unique. You've got to see it.
It is. It's an eye-opener. I always encourage people to come, and even if they think they've been there in the last, 5-10 years, things have really changed at the food shelf. So stop on in when you guys are in that neck of the woods, or if you're in Wilmer, stop on in. Any of us will take you on a tour and show you what goes on a typical day and how much food people get and the type of people that actually come to us for help.
Right west of downtown,
Correct, yep.
Just north of the stoplight there.
Yeah, we're kind of directly behind Family Dollar on Highway 12, yeah. XL Overhead Door, the Eagles. They're kind of all our neighbors.
right in that general vicinity.
Yep.
So I've got to ask, that you get so much food, you get so many great things. Is there any one item that was unique that you're going, wow, didn't think we'd get that?
We get actually a lot of unique things. Through Second Harvest, we can buy like bulk items. So the stuff that they've gotten donated from individuals, churches, groups, that type of thing, we can order those at a very discounted rate. So it comes in a big Gaylord. And it's everything dumped in one. And I can't point out anything specific, but some of the things we get in there are, I'm like, wow, they sell this at the grocery store? I'm going to have to go look for that now, type of thing. So, yeah, it's always fun looking at things. And our volunteers are always like, wow, what is that? And most of them kind of go to the grocery store and check it out, too, to see if it's available around here.
With the city of Wilmer and the county being very multicultural, you're going to find different things that people like.
That is correct. Yeah, and unfortunately, Second Harvest right now doesn't have that power to do all those ethnicity through food type of things. So, but we at the food shelf do have a separate freezer for the Muslims. So we do have the chicken, and there is some ground beef in there. So that's what we're kind of trying to do. And then, of course, the fruits and vegetables that we get in, anybody can use those.
Are you getting produce? Now I know nothing like the fall, obviously, but do you get a little bit going?
We do. Typically, the best time to come to the food shelf for produce is mid-morning, about 9:30, 10:30, that type of thing. In the afternoons, it's pretty much all gone because we are super busy mid-morning, because everybody knows that's when our trucks come in from the grocery stores and get everything. And actually, what we've been getting from the stores lately has been less than, I bet you, over the last 4 or 5 months. So they're cutting back or selling more, which is great. So we are getting a little bit less.
Okay. So let's get back to July. there are a lot of fundraising things that are going to be going on. We're, again, just pleased and looking forward to the fun that we're going to be a part of with our 3 radio stations here. Right now you're hearing AM 1590 and FM 105.7, K95.3 FM, the River 97.3 FM. We're all going to help to get the word out. July fundraising. So you've got a shoe bus lined up, right?
Yes, we do. On Tuesday, July 9th, it's the second Tuesday of July from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have it's actually a bus that comes from the Twin Cities. It's from a food shelf in the Twin Cities called Good in the Hood. They have this bus gutted, and it's in bins of shoes, depending on what size you are. So there's all sizes, all styles. Can be cowboy boots, there can be flip-flops, there can be high heels, mud boots. It doesn't really matter. So they're going to be there again Tuesday, July 9th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
A lot of people wear Crocs.
I believe there was a couple last year of Crocs. Yes. So there's a good variety. So if anybody is in the area type of thing, come on over. It is a fun event. They do take debit and credit cards, and it's open to anyone. So
Very reasonably priced.
Yes, it's good for families that have little kids, obviously, because they're always growing out of shoes, or just for the adults like us that want a good buy.
And you get a portion of the money for the food shelf.
Yeah, typically we do. I'm not quite sure. They have a new executive director this year, so things might be changing, but as of right now, we will be.
All right. Now, July 13th, get the car washed.
Correct. We are so happy to partner with Waltz Car Wash here in Wilmer. We will be there from 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., spraying down your car with bug spray, taking tips, and a percentage of the sales and all tips that day, Saturday, July 13th, will go to the Kandiyohi County Food Shelf.
July 13th once again. Now, on the 18th, we're gonna have some food and some fun and some music, right?
Correct. Yes, it'll be a 3rd annual Pig Out to Battle Hunger fundraiser for the Kandiyohi County Food Shelf. Again, it's Thursday, July 18th, starting at 5:30 p.m. at Near Park in New London. We will have Jeff James performing. He's an amazing singer. Usually draws a crowd. We'll have one of our board members, Barry Lynch, will be smoking Boston butts. So we'll have pork sandwiches, chips, water. The Green Mill will be there with a cash bar. And then to wrap up the evening at 7:30, the Little Crow Ski Team will be performing a private show for us on the Near Park on the Mill Pond.
And bring a little bit of extra cash just in case there's some leftover smoked pork. You can maybe take a bag home, buy it at a great price, and have some at home later, you know?
Correct. Yeah, we typically have leftover meat, so knock on wood, and we do sell them at the end of the show.
And who's helping out with that? We got the grocery stores involved with?
Yes, Cub Foods is it's our major sponsor is Cub Foods here in Wilmer. They're supplying pretty much everything that we need, from the paper products to the meat to the chips, pickles, all that stuff, buns. So a huge shout out to Cub Foods. We could not pull off this fundraiser and make it a success without them.
So as we're talking here, recording in the month of June, we're going to have a couple of radio auctions. I'm not sure the items that'll be up on the auction block yet. I'm going to guess something to do with the Mall of America and a ton of fun. So just keep that in mind. Awesome. And we'll have more detail on that coming up for the month of June. We have a couple of different challenges that we don't have every little detail yet, but I can tell you this much. The Wilmer City Police Department is going to go head-to-head with the Kandiyohi County Sheriff's Office, and we'll see which department can raise the most money and get that traveling trophy, right?
Yes, that should be a fun experience. That's the first time that we've actually had those guys challenge each other. So it should be good competition, friendly competition, I'm assuming.
And the top officer from whichever department, I've wrangled a couple of gift cards, and hopefully we'll have one or two more. The top money-raising officer will get some nice prizes.
Oh, nice.
Looking forward to that. Yeah, nice. I want to thank Rick out at the Appliance and Home Center and Dave out at the Oaks Restaurant. And like I say, I got a couple other irons in the fire. We'll see how it's going, all right?
Wonderful.
And the leading officer will have something nice for him or her and their families. So
good.
That's going to be fun. Now I've got another challenge, and we've got a little bit about this. Everyone, I think, is familiar with our state senator, Andy Lang, from the Olivia area, who serves Kandiyohi County, and our state representative, Dave Baker, a longtime businessman, and we mentioned the Oaks. He wrangles things out there in a great way and serves me great pasta. Okay, you can thank me later, Dave. But we're going to see which one of those guys can raise the most money.
Yes, that's another new one too for us this year, is those two together. So hopefully they can get the word out about what we do at the food shelf also, and raise some good money for us in the month of July.
It's a non-political year, so we can have those guys on without any government ramifications. So it's going to be fun. We've looked forward to this since last year, knowing that we could maybe make it work,
Yep.
And you might want to check our website, k-musicradio.com. You can see a little video of the food shelf, and that will change as we go on here. You can see, hopefully, I get a picture or two of our political foes. They're friends, but for this, they're going to be foes. And I think we may have to ring them in like a boxing match or something, And then you want to listen throughout July on our stations here, because those guys are going to be throwing the barbs at each other and having a little fun. And it may come down to who thinks who is better looking or stronger or something. Who only knows. And it's all for raising money for the food shelf, bottom line. So we'll be throwing a lot of details at you as time flies by. It's going to be a fun month,
Correct. Yes. We have a couple more challenges out there, too. We've sent letters to the local area churches to see about doing a challenge within their church, too. Doing a bake sale, maybe a Sunday special offering for the food shelf, that type of thing. So we're kind of doing the church challenge, too. So if your church is not doing anything and you're sitting out there in the audience land going, maybe my church should be doing something. Step up, be our cheerleader for us at the food shelf, and get your church involved with us.
Very good. And there are a lot of people that can be involved that way.
Correct.
So
yes, good way to give back. And then we are doing something different this year. It's businesses around town are going to be sponsoring us for a day.
Right.
It takes about $586 a day to keep the food shelf open. So we're asking businesses in the area to sponsor a day or two for the month of July. So far as I know, we have Heritage Exterior and Restorations in Spicer on board, the Belgrade Co-op in Belgrade, and Rambo Inc. in New London. And I know there's several other ones in the works too, but those are three that have committed so far.
Anybody wants to get info, get involved, what's your phone number?
235-2641.
2641, the old 235 prefix, one
Correct.
of the standard ones from Wilmer.
Yep.
2641. Well, gosh, I'm looking at the clock here, and we've got to hang it up. We'll look forward to many more conversations here with all of this that's going on, so we can get the word out and get people rolling and raise a little money for the food shelf and help folks who maybe not need help all the time, but when you do, you got to have it,
Correct, yes. And a special shout out to you guys here at Inksten Broadcasting for what you do to make July a success for us.
Well, going to keep working at it,
All right.
All right, talking with Alana Ziehl today, Kandiyohi County Area Food Shelf, 235-2641, or contact us right here, and you can get a hold of our radio stations, and we'll get the info to you. Go to the website, k-musicradio.com. Thank you much.
Thank you.
Alana Ziehl with the Food Shelf today.
You've been listening to Community Roundtable, a free public service brought to you on AM 1590 KDJS. If you're a member of a nonprofit organization and would like to be featured on the program, call the KDJS Newsline at 320-235-2900. That's 320-235